They said it was impossible. They swore this day would never come. But tonight, ARMY wasn't just witnessing history, they were living a moment that would echo for years to come. It started with nothing. One black post. No caption. No tags. Just darkness, sitting on the official feeds of both Taehyung and Jungkook. It should have meant nothing. But every ARMY on earth knows, when Taehyung goes silent, something is coming. And this silence, it was deafening. Within seconds, Twitter turned into a digital earthquake. TikTok loops racked up millions of views within minutes. What is this? Flooded comment sections from Seoul to Sao Paulo. And then, without warning, Jungkook went live. No filter, no stylist, no glittering stage lights, just him, a hoodie, and the kind of expression that told fans this wasn't going to be a normal chat. "I've been quiet long enough," he began, voice low, steady. The room, and the fandom, went silent. But now, I'm talking. And it starts with Taehyung. The comments exploded. Fingers typed so fast keyboards might as well have been rain on rooftops. Jungkook didn't flinch. "He saved me," he said simply. "When the world tried to turn me into a perfect pop product, Taehyung reminded me I'm human. That I feel. That I exist." You could almost hear the collective gasp of ARMY across the globe. This wasn't fan service. This wasn't a scripted line. It was raw. It was personal. It felt like Jungkook wasn't just talking to fans, he was talking to the world. Then came Taehyung's response. No livestream. No long speech. Just a quiet, like, on a post that read, "Some bonds are so deep, words only get in the way." It was confirmation without spelling it out. And that made it more dangerous. More powerful. The fandom spiraled. Didn't calm the storm. He detonated it. "I always knew," he posted. "Not everything, but enough. What they share isn't fake. It's not scripted." That single sentence turned an already chaotic night into a fandom apocalypse. Was it a confession? A warning? A blessing? No one knew. But no one looked away. Days later, during what seemed like an innocent live broadcast, the atmosphere shifted again. Locked eyes with Taehyung. And then, in a calm voice dripping with dangerous curiosity, he asked the question. "We still don't know exactly what it was. The mic barely caught it, but we know how he answered. It's true." The world stopped breathing. Jungkook's head snapped toward him, eyes wide, lips parting like he was hearing it for the first time. ARMYs lost their minds in real time. The tension didn't break. It grew heavier. This wasn't coincidence, it was a message. Hours later, Jungkook went live again, alone. No smile, no games, no filters. "I'm more than the golden Maknae," he said. "I'm someone only Taehyung truly sees." It hit like a meteor. Fans didn't know whether to cry, scream, or freeze. Because this wasn't about shipping wars or fan theories, it was about two people choosing to be real. HYBE's reaction. Silence. And then, unexpectedly, praise. An insider admitted, "We didn't plan this. But it was beautiful. We're proud." Suga added fuel with a cryptic line. "When quiet souls speak, their truth roars." And suddenly, everyone knew, this wasn't just a moment. It was a shift. A shift in BTS. A shift in HYBE's image. And maybe, a shift in K-pop itself. Because Jungkook and Taehyung's return wasn't just about music. It was about truth, connection, and a bond so strong that even the biggest company in the industry stepped back to let it shine. RM's final words still hang in the air. "They've always had something different, and now the world sees it too." The news cycle didn't slow, it accelerated. Every clip, every micro-expression from that moment between V and Jungkook was dissected like a clue to an unsolved mystery. Fans didn't just react, they investigated. They built timelines, cross-referencing with old interviews and behind-the-scenes footage. The deeper they looked, the deeper the intrigue went. In private group chats, armies swapped what they believed were hidden meanings in V's words. Some swore they saw a flicker of vulnerability in Jungkook's eyes. Others argued it was shock, mixed with admiration. Theories clashed, creating a whirlwind of speculation spilling onto social media, where hashtags trended for days without losing momentum. Mainstream media caught the frenzy, calling it the moment that changed BTS forever. Commentators debated on live television whether it was a PR stunt or an unfiltered truth that slipped through. PR experts warned such raw moments could either strengthen a group's bond with fans, or ignite controversies too big to control. But inside the fandom, the conversation wasn't about entertainment. It was personal. Armies felt emotionally invested, as if this was a turning point they'd unknowingly been preparing for. Many wrote heartfelt threads describing how BTS's openness had carried them through their own struggles, and now, watching this moment unfold, felt like a shared catharsis. Meanwhile, HYBE stayed silent. No statements, no press releases, just the echo of unanswered questions. That silence only fueled more speculation. Some said the company was letting the storm grow on purpose, to watch the world's reaction. Then came the leaks. Screenshots from an alleged insider hinted this was just the tip of the iceberg, that more, unscripted truths, were coming. Whether real or fake, the effect was instant. The fandom's anticipation turned electric, like everyone was waiting for the next piece of a puzzle that could change everything. At concerts, fans began holding banners referencing the moment. The atmosphere during V and Jungkook's interactions was charged with curiosity. Every glance, every shared smile, every hand brushing against a microphone was analyzed and posted online within minutes. Ordinary moments between them now carried the weight of an untold story. International fan translators worked overtime to make sure every nuance, every word choice, every tone was shared across languages. The result was a truly global conversation. Armies from every corner of the world swept into the same emotional storm at the same time. By the time another live broadcast was scheduled, millions were ready, phones in hand, eyes locked on the screen, waiting to see if lightning would strike twice. And as the night deepened, the weight of everything revealed still hung in the air. Whispers turned into conversations, conversations into heated debates, and soon the online space ignited with theories, screenshots, and replays of that unforgettable moment. It was no longer just about the words. It was about the emotions behind them, the history they carried, and the unspoken truth hiding between every pause and glance. Some insisted they saw it coming, pointing to subtle hints in old interviews and behind-the-scenes moments that now felt like puzzle pieces falling into place. Others were convinced it was entirely unplanned, a raw, unfiltered side of BTS the world rarely sees. But no matter which side they were on, one thing was certain. This moment had forever changed how many saw the group. Even as the live stream replayed over and over, fans kept catching small details they'd missed before, a faint smile, a shift in body language, a whispered word barely caught by the mic. It was almost cinematic, the way reality seemed to slow during that exchange, as if time itself understood the weight of it. Some called it history in the making. Others called it the spark that could ignite something even bigger. Through it all, BTS stayed silent. No follow-up posts, no clarifying statements, just the echo of what had been said, and the growing storm of interpretations. Maybe that silence was intentional, letting the moment live and breathe in the minds of those who witnessed it. For ARMY, it wasn't about getting answers. It was about connection. This wasn't scripted fan service or a polished performance, it was something real. Something that made them feel closer to the members they'd supported for years. And for that, despite all the uncertainty, they were grateful. Thank you for being here, ARMY, the journey is far from over.